It was another Tomlin stinker.
It was the Tomlin shocker.
It was the Dirty Sanchez.
The Dirty Sanchez. The Detroit Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, man. Well, what do you think?
I think it was the coaching. I know we've got this on here. Was it the coaching? Was it the players? We want people to tell us, but I think it was this cat is driving me nuts.
It's okay. We need some excitement.
I don't know. I think scheme was terrible. I think defense played. How do you allow over 200 rushing yards by the half? Wasn't it like 206 at halftime?
11 yards passing at the half too, and they were tied.
And you're letting them run right down the field. And it's not even. They didn't even have all their backs in rotation. They had 2 leave to get injured. You got that. You got our players. I know you texted me and said we were wearing different cleats or something. And I was like, well, did we use a different ball too? Because it was just slipping everywhere. I don't know what the problem was, but it was just not a good game.
Every year we seem to have this play bad against a bad team. A couple years ago in Denver, I don't know if you remember that. We did it.
Yeah.
Every year, man. This is another one of those games, fluky as fuck. They're not a better team than us. We let them hang around, and they had a chance, and there were several things. The field was terrible. We found out about Ben. Night before, bad luck. Just holding calls. Holding call, that was huge. I didn't think it was holding. They never call that anyway. They never fucking call that. 2 fumbles, 2 big fumbles. The one was a big run. We would have won the game.
Snap over the head.
And then the fumble, Firemuth, we should have kicked it before that. Yeah. Tried. Yeah. Just stupidity and first and goal on the 5-yard line, and you throw the ball 3 times when you have a Najee Harris.
With a backup quarterback.
So it was a lot of stupidity. It was a typical. I swear, we do not prepare and work hard for bad teams.
Yeah.
It rears its head every time.
A takeaway from the game. One of the things that people are actually forgetting about is a lot of the Detroit success was set up based on a short field. We had a 60-yard punt and a 48-yard. They had a 48-yard return. People are forgetting that because they're focusing on Mason or whatever, and these other failures, the fumbles and things, which are problems too. Don't get me wrong, but it's like we didn't do anything to stop them. We hurt ourselves. We didn't do anything to stop them. But something that you just said, maybe we don't prepare as much. Even Schobert seemed to say that. Didn't he say, we clearly don't practice as hard as we should? Or I can't remember exactly what he said.
And other people said, he's just saying they need to practice harder. But,
clearly.
They don't practice tackling other than with a dummy. Nobody does in the NFL. And that's why there's so many injuries. Yeah. That's why it's like this.
You got to get hit.
It's the first time in 21 years that we had 2 runs over 25 yards for touchdowns against us. That's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
But we know we're better than this. We did it against the number 1 rushing team in the league. We shut down Nick Chubb and the Browns.
And then to allow the worst team in the league to run all over you is astounding to me.
I will say they had some changes. Their coach is calling the plays now. And I think they're going to win a few games. I'm not saying... And they did make some plays. They did knock out the 2 fumbles. And the one was Mark Gilbert, former Steeler. Did you know that? On Deontay?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
He's not going to go anywhere, but...
No, of course.
Still, he probably knew Deontay's tendencies from camp, and he happened to get in there.
I will say, that one was a punch, man. And, they freaked out at Watt because he punched and hit somebody. Right. And Gilbert hit him in there, a couple times where he hit that ball, and nobody said a word.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those fluky games. I don't even know what they had less than 50 yards passing, I think, and they still won.
I don't know what it came.
And we didn't lose. We didn't lose the game. So everybody's acting like we lost the game.
To me, it feels like a loss.
It feels like a loss, but it's not a loss. It's a fucking tie. So we did not lose. If we finish 9-7 or 9-7-1, and another team's 9-8, we're going over them.
That's true. I think we could still finish better than that. I really wanted to be 6-3, and we were actually right here.
All we had to do is go 4-4 then at worst, and we would have been fine.
Yeah, we were.
Now we got to make
literally given every chance, right?
And that starts this week.
So I think still what bothers me is we still had bad clock management. You have 7 seconds left and you're throwing a pass. just kick the field goal. It's 56 yards. He may not make it.
It was 15 seconds when that play started, wasn't it?
I don't know. Well, it ended at 7, and then we
Right.
fumbled. But it's like we didn't even have a timeout left.
Right.
So it's like, what would have happened?
And I also thought he should have challenged the safety. That was a safety.
Yeah.
You can't get any more closer to a safety than that.
People saying forward progress, I don't understand because the first he took, he was in gun. As soon as he caught the ball, his first step was into the end
If
zone.
you're in the end zone, that's where you spot it.
Forward
It's a
progress
safety right
doesn't
there.
work that way for a quarterback.
Tomlin doesn't say a word. He should have been screaming.
He should, and he didn't even end up using the timeout that he would have lost if he would have
That was
lost
in the
that.
first half, wasn't it?
Right.
I just don't understand.
We would have won the
Certain
game.
things like that.
No, it wasn't in the first half.
Okay, it was in the second.
It was in the second half.
But
We
he
would
should
have
have
won the
been
game.
in the player's face. You cats running around here. He should have been in the players' faces, man. He just stands there.
He
That's
should have
kinda
doing
stuff-
something. He just.
Another Tomlin stinker. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean,
if it was
dude.
Bill Cowher, he would have been pissed off. It's unacceptable.
I want to go back to that safety though, because if you think about it, I can't. We've had people on our YouTube commenting this. We've had people on, I don't know about the Facebook, but I've seen it all over blogs and everything saying it was forward progress. We never would have won it. Blah blah blah. And I just
No
want
one's
to
talking about
reiterate that forward progress does not work that way with the quarterback. Otherwise, there would be no such thing as a sack, and they would just, if someone was under center, they'd be, oh, ball's there still.
That's true.
It doesn't work that way.
He was.
It doesn't work that
Yeah,
way.
it was a safety. If
It was
you
a
cross
safety.
the goal line with the ball behind you,
It's a safety.
it's a safety.
Yeah, that was like.
I don't know why we didn't challenge. At least challenge it.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
so
do
close.
something. Well, he thought that we would be able to block the punt or something, and then obviously we didn't. And then we just got pinned on our own 10 and had a
Yeah, that's
holding
right.
call on that
Nothing out of
punt.
that, didn't we?
They ended up having a 90-yard swing because we had a holding call on that punt return.
To not get nothing out of that, man.
I mean, that was pathetic.
It was a bad day. It was bad, but we didn't lose. I will give the guys credit. We didn't lose. I mean,
Everybody was trying to lose that game,
yeah,
but we didn't.
lose, man. I thought, and now we got, guys with injuries. I think most of them are going to play. In fact, I think Watt will play. People don't, but I do.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that more in our preview
Yeah.
because there's a lot of drama going on, the COVID stuff and everything that's happening. But
Yeah, I'm disappointed, man. But I was just glad it was a tie, not a loss. Can you imagine if we lost?
that's a good point. So if you had to pick anybody who was considered a winner out of this game, who would stand out to you?
Najee.
Najee. So is that
and
it?
the offensive line. It was probably their best game.
And I was going to say J.C. Hasenauer
Other than Green.
and Joe Haig
Other than Green,
doing that snap.
Yeah, other
we
than
get
that, I don't know what his
we got to
deal.
get that down, man, because Pouncey did it too all the time.
And the losers, I think, were Matt Canada.
Yeah.
No calls under center, no play action. They said, "Oh,
Red
you
zone
wanna change
offense
the
in
game
general
plan."
is
You can't-
terrible.
You can't do that. You can't change it. These are
We have a
NFL
playbook, man.
professionals.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff I'm mad about. I don't think we're worse than Detroit. I don't think we're worse than any other team in the AFC.
No.
We're a little bit better than average, and we haven't reached our potential yet, and I think we can.
We've got a ways before we got. I'm not saying we're bad. I'm just saying that we're not even near our peak.
We haven't played a whole game yet,
Right.
and we're 5-3-1.
Yeah.
We would have been number 2 seed if we would have won, but
Maybe that's too soon.
I don't want to be.
Maybe we're not mature enough for that.
We'll end up losing the first round of the playoffs again, like we did to the Browns last year, who really weren't that good, as evidenced now, as we said. So,
Crumbling. Yeah, and if I had to pick winners, it would be Chris Boswell, and I would actually say Norwood played pretty well.
Would Boswell have made the field goal? I don't think he would have in that weather. It would have been tough.
Well,
Thank God their guy
but
didn't.
he did make that. What was it? 50-something yards that he made to tie it, and that was in that weather. And he made it by a lot too. That was dead center and up quite
How
a
do you
bit.
not try with a kicker like that?
You have the third best kicker in terms of accuracy in history,
Yeah, I
and you don't
understand,
try it.
man.
That's astounding to me. So
As far as the defense goes, other than the run, they did well. I thought Terrell Evans played better. I thought Pierre played great, filled in nicely but they had no receivers.
no.
But their offensive line played very well. Detroit's offensive line is very underrated,
Yeah, I mean,
and I like their coach.
and I Sewell, he's an anchor.
And
Actually,
you don't want to play an 0-8 team ever.
No.
That's hard. They have nothing
they're
to
desperate.
lose.
Yeah.
And they actually played hard.
And yeah, I mean, I respect Dan Campbell, and he did he appeared to do a good job with play calling. He knew that running the ball worked, and what did he continue to do? He ran the ball.
Yeah, and it was the way he was running the ball. Yeah, Yeah,
Nothing fancy.
But we did make
aggressive.
adjustments, and we still should have won the game.
We did, because by the fourth quarter, we shut down their run.
But
But
we still should have. We had chance after chance after chance. We just
blew it.
couldn't do it. Just I
shitty
don't know what
game.
with the cleat thing. I heard them say they changed cleats right before the game. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to re-sign the field, I guess, for. But it's time to get it going here soon.
That's a good point, though, because they did the Thursday night game
That might be why they
in
ran
that
us.
stadium. Don't allow Pitt to play
Last
there
time we
on
got
Thursday
ran
night.
on like that was at home against
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah,
I think we're better off being on the road, man.
we have
this
more.
year.
We
We're
have
better off on the road in the
2-1
playoffs. I
on the
don't want to
road.
be home. I want to be on the damn road.
I'm with you, man. We have more wins on the road.
I don't know why
Less
we share that
losses, I should
stadium
say.
with a college team.
I don't either.
We did get a couple of comments on the Facebook group, which I want to say right now. One more freaking person goes on there and runs their mouth. They're not even Steeler fans that keep going on there. I'm going to kick your ass off. I'm kicking you off.
Fair
I
enough.
said something back to a couple of them, and I got blocked for the day, and they threatened to take the page down. But I'm sick of these little pussies coming on. You got something to say to me? You message me personally. We'll meet up and talk.
He's fired up. The wild Ricker.
It's
No, but it
shit
is
like
stupid.
Tomlin's gay or Ben's a rapist, and
They're not even
it's
fans.
not even about.
They're not even fans.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Minka Fitzpatrick. Today.
Hey, Ben's a
Sorry, not
rapist,
COVID.
and
It
Minka.
sucks. And
Does
did
he
have
actually have?
symptoms, yes.
Oh man,
He
so he's out.
self-tested Monday. Yeah.
He's out.
They test on Tuesdays, and he self-tested Monday. Not necessarily. If he gets better and has 2 tests, I don't see him playing. No, that's why Tomlin said he's not. He's never missed a game for us.
Man,
But I'm excited to see Norwood, how he does.
he's not bad.
Sean Beers says, first and goal from the 5-yard line versus Detroit. Steelers called 3 pass plays, all incomplete, and settled for a field goal. What the fuck is going on?
I don't get it.
And I agree with him.
I don't get it.
That was, man, how do you not try to run twice?
You got an G. I would run 3 times, and if I didn't get it on 4th, then I would maybe run it again.
We had he would have made it.
He
They're
would,
the worst.
especially
They were
the
the
O
worst-
line was playing
They
fine.
were the worst rushing defense in the red zone in the league.
Yep.
And we didn't even run it.
I don't think we ran a single. No, we ran that one running play in the red zone,
The holding call.
which is one which it wasn't even a holding.
No, that was crap. The
But,
game's over.
but that was the only rushing play we ran in the red zone. I think the entire game.
So I know we bashed Tomlin, but Sean D. Dawkins says, I'm a Steeler fan. I feel like Mike Tomlin's not getting his respect, especially from fellow Steeler fans. They need to put some respect on Mike Tomlin's name. I feel like my boys still need to put in work, but it's going to get done. These refs in Vegas are against us. I don't care what anybody says. And I agree with that.
I mean,
Tomlin should have bet on this one, but he really does have. He sounded serious in the press conference. He'll have us ready for the next game.
but that's what he does. He'll get us ready for the next game, and he'll be ready. But then the week after, he'll just
our schedule's tougher. We'll probably run the table. Now we'll beat these. I don't think we will, but
why make things
we'll be in every
harder
game.
than they need to
know.
be?
We
I mean,
should beat these teams.
be
easily.
angry last week and use it as a statement and roll the fuck
We don't,
over them.
for some
I mean,
reason.
Jesus. Look, I like Tomlin. He's a winning coach.
Is there
I
something to be
respect
said
him.
though that teams are always up against playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, the greatest team in the history? of football?
Maybe, but I'm tired of it. I just want to have a normal game where I don't have a
You
heart
played high
attack.
school football for Wadsworth. They were a winning organization.
Yeah, everybody got amped up to play.
Everybody
Yeah.
wanted to beat Wadsworth. It's the same thing with the Steelers. Everybody wants to beat the Steelers, and he's right. Vegas and the media want to beat us down. They hate us winning.
That's true. You know, if it wasn't for that Bears game, I would have confidently said every other game that the refs were pretty much against us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that Bears game, that's the one outlier. Because, I mean,
Well,
even this one, that holding call was
Update,
terrible.
Though, they did fine Cassius Marsh. The league fined him, so there wasn't.
Hey, man, like I said,
They didn't come out and say
16,
sorry, but there were 3 calls in that game they did say sorry for to them. We never hear it.
16-second celebration, that's taunting.
Yeah.
16 seconds, that's
They
a
never
long
did
time.
come out and say. Will they come out and say sorry about the holding call?
No, because we're going to sit there and say, it's okay,
Yeah, the
NFL.
Rooney's always take.
It's okay. Which, don't get me wrong, I
love
respect
you.
the hell out of the
I love you,
Roonies.
Rooney.
Obviously, we do. We respect the
You
hell
guys
out
are-
of them.
and
But they
maybe-
take it.
They don't care like we do because they're getting rich anyway. But
Yeah,
they
well,
want
I don't know if they want to get. I don't think if they care.
That's
about,
true.
I
They
think they
like-
want to have a good organization.
But they want to be classy.
Their
and elite.
reputation matters.
Yeah, it does.
So that's what we got. I don't know if you have anything else to add.
No, just we can't have another game like that against a team like that, and we'll see what happens. I'm not giving up on them.
We don't have a lot of room for issues like that. So if you guys don't mind, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. And as always, we appreciate you all checking us out and watching our videos and listen to the podcast. So
Yep.
That's all we got. Go Steelers. We'll see you for the preview.
Yep.